G'day.
Today we're going to show the easiest and most effective way to make your home more comfortable all year round and save energy on heating and cooling.
And to do that, well, we start at the top, the ceiling, and install Earthwool insulation from Knauf. Earthwool is made using recycled glass without any added chemicals like formaldehyde or added colours, so it's sustainable and environmentally friendly, super soft to touch and simple to work with as a DIY project anyone can tackle.
It's also reassuring to know it's non-combustible and won't catch alight in the event of an electrical short.
And while there doesn't look like much in a pack, you'd be surprised. The insulation is compression packed, making it easy to transport and handle until it's time to open. Then they expand to nearly 8 times their size.
Now, let's turn this smart thinking into ceiling installation you can install using what we call the 3 Ps: planning, preparation, and placement. Here's how it works. Planning starts with checking out your internal roof space, but before you grab a ladder and race up through the ceiling hatch, put safety first.
Actually, that's right, because up on the roof it can be hot and hazardous. So make sure you do it early in the morning, not in the heat of the day. There are also going to be power cables up there, so make sure you turn off the power at the main switchboard.
With those precautions taken, it's time to put on your best work clothes and a pair of rubber-soled shoes or work boots.
Grab a strong torch with some fresh batteries, or these rechargeable lights are pretty handy.
And you'll need a measuring tape, a pen, plus a notebook.
Hello, welcome to the ceiling space. It can be a bit dark and cramped up here, so watch your head and be careful where you step. Now, measure up the roof areas you want to insulate, measuring in blocks so you can calculate the total square meters required. Then, measure the spacing of your ceiling joists, as Earthwool comes pre-cut in either 430 or 580mm widths to fit common joist spacings. Lastly, sketch up a diagram as you go, taking note of where light fixtures and other wiring bits are, and you're done.
Now we're into preparation, which is all about determining how much product you'll need and the R value that you want to achieve. The R value is an industry standard for the amount of thermal resistance. In simple terms, the higher the R value, the harder it is for the heating and cooling to escape. So the more energy you'll save.
Next, grab your measurements and notes, jump onto the Earthwool website and find the insulation calculator. Enter your figures and you can work out the total number of packs required. It's all pretty simple to do and soon you'll have all the information you need.
Now it's time to get busy putting your installation in place. Having a buddy along to help makes life easier, and so do these little extras.
A retractable slicing knife, that good old tape measure, a notebook, and for your safety, lighting, a face mask, safety glasses and some work gloves. You'll also need something like a broom handle to push the insulation to those hard to reach places, and get your hands on some wooden boards so you can kneel in the roof space without crashing through the ceiling below.
With the ladder in place and power off, up you go with your gear and Earthwool.
To open your Earthwool packs, just slice the packaging down the side and they'll spring out ready for installation. Energizing the insulation before installing helps return it to its normal thickness. Starting furthest away from the ceiling hatch and working your way around the outside edges in, with the aim of covering 3 or 4 joists at a time. Squeeze the insulation bats in nice and snug against the joist, using your broomstick to push in those hard to reach spots. If you need to shorten the links to fit, carefully trim with your retractable knife against a straight edge.
That's pretty much the routine for installing your insulation, which you'll easily get the hang of. Where you do have to take extra care is around any of those electrical components in your reference sketch. Try not to surround any wiring as it may overheat and fail, so lift all the cables and push the insulation under them. Some modern lights can be covered with insulation. However, if you are unsure, you can cut a semicircle from 2 end pieces and put them together, leaving a 200mm clearance from the fixture. Light transformers are best placed on top of the insulation, so they disperse heat.
And make sure you've got a snug fit wherever 2 ends butt together. Lastly, use any offcuts to fill in any voids, or if there are any areas where the joist spacings are wider than the insulation. And if you want the ultimate solution, you can use Earthwool rolls to lay another layer perpendicular to the first layer. That'll ensure there's no gaps and the timbers are all covered. Just make sure not to lay over the top of any electrical cables. And that's it, job done. As you've just seen, it's not hard to improve the comfort and cozy feeling of your home and save on the heating and cooling costs by using Earthwool and following the 3 Ps.
With good planning, thorough preparation and the right placement methods, insulating your ceiling is a DIY job anyone can do. It's easier than you think. To find out more, visit the Earthwool website.